The wireframe is really helping me to get the angles right on this, but sometimes you have to use your judgment to get the shape just right. So how can I help you, Mr. Sydney Fossley, Scout and Miner of the Gladimun people? This feels like a good spot to start. Obviously, we'll need some stairs. A drop onto powdered snow with carpet on top is the quickest way down, and a bubble column is the quickest way back up. This hollow sphere feels like a good starting point for storage. You know what building stairs looks like, so let's get to the good stuff. Ah, that's better. The copper golems will love it. One issue with copper golems is that they are bouncy little critters that love to explore, so it's important to make it impossible for them to fall from a great height, or that's just what they'll do. So there's a copper chest to collect items from, one hopper to pass items through the barrier, and a second hopper to collect the items from the wooden chest we place on the hopper. Now we place the barrier. This could be any block the golems can't see through, including fences, but glass is more fun for those watching. The barrier needs to be higher here too, as golems can jump onto chests. Oh, and an iron door, a solid block and a button, so we can walk through, but they can't. Some things I've learned during this process include the more a path goes up or down, the less distance a golem will travel along it. Make sure that the golem can clearly see each chest it is to use while standing at the other one, especially the wooden one. Golems are also kinda short, so they struggle to reach any chest more than one block above their body. Because the wooden chests are emptying into the hoppers, the golems see them as empty, so there's only one place where you need to have plenty of them. Everything will end up in here, so the chests to store it need to be here as well. And here it is. If I place a different 9 stacks of materials in these chests at the furthest ends of the system, then place the copper golems, I'm making sure to place an odd number of golems in each section. Then, if 2 bump into each other, the extra golem will also pick a side, forcing the whole group to get moving again. I think my work on this area is done. It's time to get Sydney. I think he's in there. Just jump down the green chute. I promise it's a safe landing. Now, if you follow me out here, you can see that they are passing the blocks along from the furthest points of the cave all of the way into the storage area we've just visited. Will this help me to mine out this cave? Absolutely. Just place the blocks you've mined into the nearest copper chest, and you can keep mining without ever needing to visit the storage area or sort any of the blocks you've just mined. Given the size of this cave, that's very helpful. Thank you. It was 30 years after the death of Hoggius when the piglins first approached me for help. Their leader was worried that Hoggius's memory might be forgotten, so he asked me to build a statue so big and grand no piglin could ever forget him. I wanted to build a convincing snout using the blocks, stairs and slabs available in Minecraft. So I started with the front of the snout. Looking at an image of a real pig's snout showed that it was not flat, so I added a bit of depth to this one, checking the reference photo as I went. The kind of pig that I used as an example was a wild boar, as it seemed most like the description I had been given. Also, some taxidermists who have preserved wild boars' heads deserve to be attacked by piglins for the crimes they have committed. Don't go budget on taxidermy. Don't do it. Adding some trapdoors is a great way to smooth the gaps between slabs. Then to add a basic lower jaw shape with the tusks, my focus was trying to get a nice curve on them. Did you know that pigs have lips? I didn't until I saw an image of them today. Also, time for another wireframe. It really helps with complex shapes. And there they go. There's a surprising number of different angles in this shape. We can change it to spruce using Axiom or by hand. Slabs and stairs really soften the shape around the head. Now we just need to finish the lower jaw and link it to the upper jaw. I'm using a photo for reference to build basic and flat ear shapes, focusing on the basic shape to start with. Now I can add some depth in to make them more realistic. By switching away from wool, I can now bring in slabs to make the shape smoother, and the black stone creates shadow to make the ears look deeper. The angle of the eyes decides the emotional expression for the whole face. This pig is fierce. These wire frames are all about getting the curves of the tusks right. I would love to make these tusks more rounded, but it would make them too thick. I've made the upper teeth out of pale oak, so the teeth aren't just a mess of quartz, but I've told the piglins that the shadow of the upper lip is making them darker. The mouth needed a tongue, so I've tried to make it look realistic. Now we have Hoggius's head, we can measure it and use relative scale to calculate how big the body should be, so the head isn't too big or small for the body. Knowing the size of Hoggius's head in blocks meant I could use that size as the size of the Minotaur's head in blocks. To calculate relative scale, I used a picture of a Minotaur, you see. I measured each body part in pixels, then I converted it into Minecraft blocks using the pixel to block scale I had given the Minotaur's head. I filled in the outline by looking at the picture of the Minotaur and trying to copy what I saw. But the neck just looks too long for a piglin, doesn't it? So I'll shorten it. A good starting point is copying the basic outline and flipping it. Now I can move the outline towards the shoulder. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's start by filling out the basic pec shapes using Axiom and adjust them by moving blocks until the basic shape looks right. If I copy it across, then I can do the details work by hand. Walls and stairs really help with these subtle curves, but sandstone walls won't work. Let's test how well this size of pecs works with a neck. It's worrying me a little. Yeah, I think that works. A decent start. I'm sure there is a way to rotate this arm this way using Axiom, but I don't know it yet, so I'm copying it manually. I'm building this using a photo of a bodybuilder's arm. The wireframe is really helping me to get the angles right on this, but sometimes you have to use your judgment to get the shape just right. Fortunately, I can now copy the first bent arm and rotate it this way. I think it's time to test my measurements for the back. I really hope they're right. Okay, these photos show that backs are way flatter than I thought they were. Since we don't have vertical slabs, let's see what I can do with glass and tuff. That shape's alright. We'll come back to the colour. Okay, I think the time has come. The cupboard is bare. 26 walls to choose from. 4 stone, 4 deep slate, 3 tough, 3 black stone. That's half. I can't go too pale because of the tusks. I guess it's gonna have to be deep slate with tough for detailing. Ooh, blackstone eyes no longer work. Piglins do like gold. Right, let's build some wireframes for these legs. Oh, and I'd better give him some underpants if he's going to be wearing a tunic. Oh, I could use a breather. Let's start by building out these leg shapes. Now to tidy it up so the pants fit over it. There isn't really a great example of a bodybuilder's leg morphing into a pig's trotter, so I'll just try to fill out the outline so it looks right. Fingers crossed. Apparently pigs also have toenails, another thing I've just learned, so I'll add them in too. Wow, the basic body shape itself is done now. Oh, and here's the back. Right, let's take this bit of arm off so I can see the body shape, and let's work out an outline for this tunic. And there should be some creases in the tunic too. This build is pretty dark, so let's add some colour with the tunic. Mud it is, with some subtle indents for creases. I need a more detailed wireframe on the skirt. Actually, with the upper half done, I can put the arm back. Let's start linking up that wireframe. Ooh, I do like that pattern. Let's see how far I can use it. I'm going to flatten out the front, because in reference photos, the front is always flat. Hoggius the Brave needs some tools, looking at him, but he'll need cloven hooves to hold them with. Then we can rebuild the centre, ready to hold something. I'm going to give Hoggius a smaller shield called a buckler. It's not just for defence. You can attack with it too. This metal dome part could be used to hit someone with. Let's add some detailing too. No measurements needed for the axe, though I do need to match the scale of the sharp bit to the handle. Now, this does make it look sharper. Let's take a look at the finished statue. Oh look, the piglins are gathering to take a look. I guess I'd better get back. You've given me a promising canvas here. Thanks, Sydney. Thank you for the Copper Golem chains. I guess I know what I'm doing next. I wonder if what you'll be doing next is subscribing.